Hi everyone, welcome to 2026. Holy shit, last year was interesting, to say the least. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what my goals / resolutions were for 2025, which ones I completed, which ones I didn't, and just kind of talking about those and then what my goals are for next year. So we're going to start from the top. For me, I like to write them out. As you know, I'm a whiteboard girly. So I just wrote out a couple of ideas that I had, and then, oh, she's dusty. Clearly I need to dust that more. Anyway, I just wrote a couple of stuff, and I just wanted to make it kind of generic as possible, going from what I know I'll complete to potentially not complete. And the lower down on the list, the more okay I would be if it didn't happen. So, starting from the top, we had 2025 goals. 2025 goals. So my first one was the New Zealand trip. So if you don't know, my lovely partner Matt and I went to New Zealand together. We went to Hobbiton. We went to Wellington, and we just spent about 10 days for accidentally kind of Valentine's Day. So it was a really beautiful trip, one of my favorite trips I've probably taken in a long time. And to be honest, it's one of my favorite trips because it's the first trip that Matt and I have ever been on together, and that's such a wholesome, special thing for me. And the whole experience was special, getting him his passport and just going on a trip together by ourselves and exploring parts of the world that he had never seen and I had not seen through a lens of pure joy and happiness. That was most wholesome thing ever. So that we had done. The next trip was going to Melbourne, in particular to see Critical Role. Now, if you don't know, we are Adelaide, South Australia based. So going to Melbourne isn't a dramatic thing, but I really wanted to see Critical Role in particular, and holy shit, we saw them. And holy shit, it was chef's kiss. I have a vlog of that up on this channel where you can see our Melbourne trip, kind of our afterthoughts on Critical Role and everything in between. It was amazing. I loved it. That was only a couple of days. It was good. I got to see family. I went with my cousin and his beautiful girlfriend. We go to the museums and we went to the aquarium, but we still got to see the show. So it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. The next thing on my list says live more like my age. That's a tricky one because living more like my age is such a hard thing. I don't know how a 25-year-old lives. Well, 24/25, because this was for the year. I was feeling really depressed at the beginning of the year because I felt like I was acting like a middle-aged mom in my 30s with 2 kids and a mortgage, when I'm not. I'm still child-free, not an adult in that retrospect. And so I was feeling a little bit older than my age. And so it took me a long time to realize that no one's gonna act the same. I have friends within a 2 years age bracket of me who are talking about weddings and hoping their engagements will happen soon, to moving into different rentals, to still living at home and playing video games and working 90 hours a week. There is no definitive, this is how you should act for this age. And I think it was because as well, because my friends are a couple of years younger than me, 2-ish, but they were still kind of, especially in the beginning of the year, towards that partying phase. I was still in that clubbing phase. Let's still go out and get drunk and I've never been that person. I prefer peace over chaos, even if I constantly live in chaos. And so I was feeling kind of left out. And so I had learned instead to turn that around and just do things differently. So instead, I've been trying to have more board game nights, or go and have more board game nights. I've been trying to just catch up with people more, but also give myself space. Give myself the ability to just live and breathe and do the things around me. Because, you know, yeah, I'm 25, but no one said it was going to be easy. Especially not in this climate, especially not in this universe. So I would like to say I had done that. Maybe not as well as I thought I was going to, but I had still done it. Next, I have mental health / therapy. I've always been in therapy, like on and off in therapy since I was 12. And then this year in particular, especially the February, like late February, beginning of March period, I fell into quite a depressive state, and so I went back to therapy. I did that for a while, and it got to the point where my therapist and I both agreed that, like, I'm stable enough to not have to go back is the wrong word, but, like, you know, I'm doing quite good. I was actually having this conversation with Matt in the car, and I was saying how this is the longest I've ever felt quite mentally stable. And I don't take medications. I've never taken medications. Not that that's a bad thing, but for me, that's a symbolism of I'm doing okay. I will have my down days. I will have my days of anxiety, my days of depression. I will have, you know, different things like that, but I'm getting better with time. And I feel like I'm not struggling anymore. Instead of feel like I'm trying to get a hold on it, I feel like instead I'm neutral. Like all levels are neutral. Which makes me really happy. I have the Royal Age show on here. This one I didn't do. And that wasn't out of fear. It was honestly time. Unfortunately, for people who don't know, the Royal Age show is a massive carnival festival thing that happens in Adelaide, and it's where a lot of my trauma is held. And so I would like to go once just to be like, yes, I've overcome this. I'm good. So I thought this would be the year I would do it. Unfortunately, I didn't go. And I like that at least I didn't go because it was out of fear. I went because so much was happening. Unfortunately, when the show was on, my dad was in hospital. And then my nana passed away within 48 hours. So that makes it difficult to them wanting to go to a place that holds a lot of trauma, and then it's also supposed to be like this super fun, eventful, yippee thing. I'm not mad at myself for not going. I've been to the grounds since. For the people who don't know, I went to AVCon. I go every year. I try and dress up. That was in the same place of where my trauma was, and that was the first time I'd gone and not felt anxious. So I will take that as a half win. Next is finish my university degree. That I have thankfully done. So I have finished my Bachelor of Arts double major in creative writing and English. So that in particular, I have finished. I have not gotten the actual degree yet because I know in Australia in particular, we tend to finish our university degrees end of November, December, and then you get your paper like March of next year. So March of this year, I will have my degree officially. So I have technically done that, just waiting for the paper. Next is work lots. I would say yes and no. I took, unofficially, I took like 3 months off of work. Not because I wanted to, but because mentally I had to. And thankfully I have a very supportive partner who was there for me and helped me out. And, you know, I did after about a month and a half, try and find another job. And I did for a while, and now I have a new job which I love and I'm so happy with, and I work a lot. I work 9 to 5 every day, and it's a full-time job, but it's 3 jobs at once essentially. So I would say that gets a half tick. Definitely beginning of the year, no. Middle of the year, End of the year, yeah. Definitely worked a lot. This next one is the one that I'm probably the least proud of, which it says save, and then there's 3 brackets that go off. So there's save 10,000 grand for a house, save for trips, and save for rent. Trips, we paid for. Rent, paid for. The 10 grand's a different story. I wanted to get my savings up a lot more, but due to the tumultuous working relationship I had, and with life expenses, that just didn't happen. And that's okay. That is the one I'm trying to not hold negatively against myself, because I don't think I need to. Is that going to still be my goal for next year? Absolutely. Am I going to do it? I'm going to certainly try. But I'm not going to get mad at myself if I can't. That's just how life is. So with all of that, that was last year's goals. I kind of just want to talk about this year's goals. I don't have too many, I think. So let's talk about this year's goal. So for this year, I have 2 trips planned. One is with my partner and I, my best friend and her boyfriend. That's going to be a short couple of day Sydney trip. And then I have a family trip planned. So the family trip I don't have to do too much for. I just got to do like spending money and like trips, like day excursions. The friends one is a couple of days. The accommodation is done. Sorry, no, not accommodation. The flights are done. The accommodation is almost done. And we're going to go see ATEEZ, which is a K-pop group. So, very keen for that. So my 2 trips planned. That year as well, I will be working on a diploma of project management. So I'm hoping by the end of the year, I would have had that completed. So that's number 3. Number 4 is I really want to put my relationship with my partner first. I tend to do that a lot, but I really want to work on not letting it fall to a friendship status or letting it fall to the wayside. I've spent a lot of these past couple of years really trying to focus on fixing me and working on me and trying to be in a good relationship with myself. And now that I feel pretty confident that that is okay, I want to give that back, especially to the love of my life. Yeah. I also want to figure out savings. So I do want to try and save at least 10 grand, which with this new job shouldn't be too hard to do. It's just a matter of doing it. And then lastly, I also want to try and hang out with friends more in a planned situation, like board game nights or dinner nights or schedule, because I'm a very scheduled person and unfortunately all my friends are ADHD up the wazoo, so that doesn't really help with my brain, but we find our ways. So I'll take it. And then lastly, I know next year is going to be a special year for me. So I want to allow it to be special. I want to remember all the moments by taking photos, by taking videos, by trying to just not let my negative connotations in my head bring everything down. I'm trying to think more positively. I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to go back to 17-year-old me who was super happy, super excited about everything, super dull-eyed and loved the universe and the world and just wanted to explore and talk and be happy before the world crashed her immediately. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Because by the end of next year, I will be 26. And I think that's pretty awesome. Considering I never thought I'd make it past 13. Or 18. Or 21. And now I'm looking forward to a future I didn't think I'd ever have. So, I'll take it. I'll take it one step at a time, but as long as I got the love of my life and my friends by my side, there's not much more I could ask for. Sometimes chosen family can be the best type of family. So those are my goals for this year, and those were my goals for 2025. Let me know what your goals were in the comments below. Did you complete any? And if so, what goals are you going to be working on for this year? Because I know for a fact one of my goals, loosely, for 2025 was to just do more fitness. And I'm not going to be doing that this year. For the sole factor of I was working out at the gym. I was liking that, and then my body was crashing and burning a lot more than I could handle. And especially now that I have a quite strenuous job when it comes to strength, I need to reserve all of my power for those types of things. So, can't be mad at myself. I just gotta smile and keep doing the best I can. So thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. Please look after yourselves and each other. And I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!